So that's how I got to that about the fighting fish, and I started collecting those. But now I knew and had the knowledge of, okay, you got to have a divider. That, okay, it's cool to have them in the same tank, but you got to have a divider in there to keep them separated. And you can have like a clear divider. I'm saying you have like a clear divider if they want to swim to it and look at each other and put that tension there, like they're about to do something but they can't. You know what I'm saying? You can put the clear divider to do that. You know what I'm saying? You just watch them beef out all day, but they can't get to each other. You know what I'm saying? Or you could put, you know what I'm saying, a divider that isn't clear, but they can share a tank just like that. So that's when I got into the fish. That fish. So I had the goldfish, the fighting fish. I had the iguana, but I couldn't come into getting another one just yet. But I had the turtles. And then my grandfather, man, may he rest in paradise, man. My grandfather, he started bringing me land turtles, box turtles. I ain't know nothing about these turtles. So they ain't look nothing like the one that I had in the pool, in my little kiddie pool. So he bought me a damn box turtle. I named him Red. You know what I'm saying? He's like the typical, he had like them reds, them yellows, the oranges. He had the earth colors on him. He had the grounding earth colors on him. The red, you know what I'm saying? Like the little hint of red. He had the oranges, the yellows, the browns. And it was like throughout this, you know what I'm saying, throughout this whole, you know what I'm saying, little body, whatever. So I named him Red. I was too excited. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to rub on him I'm saying, he don't look like them. I ain't know nothing. I'm like rubbing on him, like checking his claws out. Like he ain't got the wedges. This nigga got like nails. Like he ain't got the webs, the swim or nothing. So I'm just looking at him. So I immediately went and put him in the water because I'm like, he dried up. He you know what I'm saying, he needed water. So I went rushed and put him in the kiddie pool. And he started, you know what I'm saying, he swam, but he was on top of the water, like literally. Like he did not sink or go into the water. His shell just sat on top of the water. But he like kicking in the only I'm like, what's going on? My grandpa said, no, he don't go in the water. That's a land turtle. He don't go in the water. So I'm like, all right, I took him out. So I had to grab him and take him out. I said, so, you know what I'm saying, what you do? Like, well, how you take care of him? He's like, well, this one, you know what I'm saying, he like lettuce and vegetables and stuff like lettuce. Give him lettuce. And like, I'm like, all right, so that's when I had to, you know what I'm saying, I had to put him up for a little minute. I had to walk to Circle Food Store and get a head of lettuce. And then that's when I learned about the different types of lettuce. So there's iceberg and there's Romanian lettuce. For some reason, them reptiles, they do not care for that iceberg lettuce. They want that Romanian. So I'm trying to feed him. He didn't care for it. So like, all right, damn, like, it's like I'm gonna give him a little bit. So usually like when you get an animal like fresh out the wild, it takes a while for them to adapt. You know what I'm saying? Because they're used to getting it on their own, and so now you like caring for them. Like, so it's a whole like relearning process. So like I'm saying, they have to depend on you to feed them, and so like they have to learn this now. And so like once that set in, and I seen him like he looked like he was getting hungry, so I had to go back to the store and like experiment and get shit. And that's how I found out it's Romanian lettuce. You know what I'm saying, so once I got that, you hear me? You know what I'm saying, I put it by his little nose. He stuck his head out, he smelled it, he went to biting at it. I said, all right, so that's what he want. You know what I'm saying? So I used to, you know what I'm saying, buy the lettuce. I used to chop it up for him, you know what I'm saying, chop it up in little bits. I used to run some water on it, run some water over it. And I used to hand feed him. But then to keep him in that nature aspect, I just set it on the little tray and I would just sit on the floor for him. And like I would like sit him, I would like purposely sit him like in the middle of the floor somewhere, and let him crawl to it to go get it, to keep him in that aspect of he going after his food. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I named him Red. And then, so I had to get him a tank. So I got him like a little 20-gallon tank. I put some sand in it. After, you know what I'm saying, he told me, you know what I'm saying, it's a land turtle. I'm like, well, then how you supposed to prep the tank? I'm like, all right, so, you know what I'm saying, I got some sand. So I put some sand in there, like some rocks, half logs. You know what I'm saying, that was just for him to sleep. Majority of the time, he was out roaming my room, roaming throughout the house. know what I'm saying? So I didn't really keep him up in there. He stayed out the tank majority of the time. Like once we really developed that relationship, he was out the tank. He was throughout the room. You know what I'm saying? I know he would come find me when he was hungry. So you come walk up on me looking, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, you ready to eat. But so there was that turtle. And then a little later down the line, my grandpa done doubled back and bought me another one. This time, this one, it was another land turtle, but it looked at nothing like red. This one here, it looked like a female. And so I named her Golden because the shell was like a dark gold color. And like the scales between the shell had like the black outline trimming throughout the shell. So it's gold with the black, with the black patterns. And she was just melanin, just fully black with the black eyes. And she had like this cute face, like, you know what I'm saying? I like, all right, that's a female. And then what confirmed it is when I set her on the floor with Red. And so Red, he looking. He done stuck his neck out all the way out the shell. He looking at her. And so like she kind of like went in her shell. She like went to scooting around. I'm saying she was scooting. And she came out of her shell and she took off. And he ran behind her. I'm like, all right. So I'm just watching, like, all right, what they about to do? So she ran up against the car. She bumped in the corner. I'm saying her head and hit the wall. She trying to scoot. You feel me? She's trying to scoot. And he right behind her. And so she happened to run into the corner. I'm saying she ran to the corner and she's winning her shell. This little nigga, Red, little nasty. This one I found out she was a female. That nigga Red climbed on the back of her shell and put herself in position to start humping or mating. And that's when I found out that that was a female. That, you know what I'm saying? I had a boy and I had a girl. So that's when I found out that. And yeah, man, that's a little crazy little process. And you think it'd be painful as far as how they mate, but if you want to learn about that, you might have to look at turtle mating on YouTube. I'm not about to go into details of that. But yeah, man. So that was my box turtles. Like I said, they never stayed in their tank. I let them roam throughout my room, in which my room was connected to like the kitchen. Like it was my room, and then they had like a little dip. They had like a little dip in the floor, and that was the kitchen. Then they had the back door that led outside. So I had to put a damn ramp on the dip from my room to the kitchen. I had to put a damn like a little 2x4, little, you know what I'm saying, like a little piece of wood that they could crawl up and crawl down. Cause they like to go in the kitchen. They had this particular spot next to the sink. My mom like kept like some little I don't know what it was, but she kept in that corner. And it was like a little some little terrain or whatever. And they used to like to crawl through it and crawl under it and go hide in the corner. So whenever I couldn't find them, I know to check that and I lift all that shit up and I see them in that corner, sleep or some shit. So I have to say, man, we still had issues with rats. I mean, we didn't have mice, we had rats inside. We had rats. You know what I'm saying? They'd dip in every now and then, they'd dip out, but we had rats. So my mama used to put down the rat powder. You know what I'm saying? And she used to put it down, especially in this spot. My turtles used to go like to hide at. And another situation, man, I was hurt, man. Goldie, she wound up eating some of that rat powder and she died. You know, I was hurt. Red was hurt too. I seen Red was hurt too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they had a little connection, so he knew, you know what I'm saying, that she wasn't, you know, so we was hurt, boy. So I had to go, you know what I'm saying, to go get her. And this is another one I buried in the backyard. Same thing happened. The motherfucking rats. Dude, they done dug my turtle up out the ground that night. They done dug my turtle up out the ground. ate my turtle. Ate Goldie. Like just ate the whole turtle. I still don't know to this very day how they cleaned that turtle out like that. All they legit left was the bones. There was no drop of skin, no drop, you know what I'm saying? No dried up blood or none of that. They didn't have nothing but the shell and the exoskeleton left of this turtle. Nothing else. So, like I said, I woke up that next morning and I was getting ready for school. And like I said, I always leave out the back door because that's where my room at. And it's always easier to go out the back door to leave out the house than to go through my sister's room, than to have to knock on my mama door. She got to wake up to come open the door to let us through to get to the living room, to get to the front door. So I always left out to the back door. And so I got up that morning and I'm heading up toward the yard and I'm looking. I'm looking up. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking on the ground up the yard, you know what I'm saying? And I see the dirt all over the bricks. So I run over there. I look. They didn't, like I said, they dug the turtle up. They done ate the whole damn turtle and left the shell. So I ran inside and called my mama. And she was like, them motherfuckers. So I'm like, yeah, bro. So she had like this like a container. It was like, I don't know if it's like one of them old index containers. It was like a white container. It had like a black lid that you could pull it and it would slide back. It would slide back like that and it closed like that. It slid back and closed like that. So she gave me that and I dumped it out. And I took some sand out of the fish tank and I put it in that container. And you know what I'm saying, I picked all the shells up. You know what I'm saying, I picked up her shell up and her bones and I put it in there and I closed it. You know what I'm saying, I brought it inside. And I kept it. That's how I kept it. And I happened to bring it to school, man. So this back when they had show and tell and shit. So I bought, you know what I'm saying, like, what I'm gonna bring? You know what I'm saying? The teacher was like, we will have show and tell tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, y'all bring something, y'all show it out to y'all classmates, y'all talk about it a bit. And you know, we're gonna have show and tell tomorrow. So I'm like, damn, what am I gonna bring? I ain't got nothing. Like, I'm like, man, what can I bring? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring my turtle. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring my turtle. So told my mom whatever, she like, yeah, you should bring it. And so came next day, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking to class with my container, with my turtle. You know what I'm saying? So show and tell going on, everybody showing little stuff what they got, woo whatever. And teacher, like, I was cool with the teacher. His name was Mr. Booker. Cool ass dude. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A little beard, he had long locks, little glasses, you know what I'm saying? Fresh. Cool dude, man. He like, what you bought? Like, man, I got my turtle. Like, your turtle. You know what I'm saying? So I hopped up, walked to the front of class. I turned around like, I got my turtle. She died, but the rest dug her up and they ate her. Everybody was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, what? And I picked the shell up. I'm like, yeah, this, you know what I'm saying? And then they took it, you know, like how you take it, you pass around the class and let everybody look at it. You know what I'm saying? So start with the first row, everybody like looking, passing to the next person. They was looking, passing to the next person. So I got it back. And I was like, man. Like, yeah, they dug up and they ate her. But yeah, man.